Hey, what's up, Reefers? Reefer Matt here. Today's video, I have a product review for you. Don't worry, I'm allowed to say whatever I want on the product. It's on the Kactoily 7-in-1 Wi-Fi aquarium monitor. I did another video on the regular 7-in-1 aquarium monitor. I'll go ahead and put a link to that right here if you want to check it out. And I noticed they had a Wi-Fi version, so I was interested in doing a review on that for you to see if it was any good. This is the product right here, the box anyway. So we'll take a look at what's inside and also what I think about it. All right, so as a quick unboxing just to show you what's in here. Let's have a look. This is a 7-in-1 aquarium Wi-Fi monitor. This is for freshwater and saltwater. So there are some features on here that are just for freshwater and some that are just for saltwater. So keep that in mind when you're looking at this product. And it comes with a little instruction manual here. A little guidebook for water quality. And here is the instructions for the sensor. And don't forget to look at the back. We'll go over that in a minute. That's sort of important there. Otherwise you won't be able to take any readings at all. So in the box, here is the actual controller portion. It does come with a physical controller portion. It's sort of boxy. That's okay. It does run off of a regular USB-C connector. And this particular model does come with these power plugs here. I know they do offer one in case you already have power plugs and you don't want to buy more. I think it's a little bit cheaper for that option. Here's a little wall mount for the controller here, which is nice. This thing, I've already previously opened this, by the way. This thing, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what in the heck is this? It turns out it's just like a little refrigerator magnet. So, I mean, I guess that's cool. So like a little lime or something, but it was just sort of weird to have that in there. And here's a power plug for the controller. And inside of this box here, there's all the little goodies. This is, we'll go over this in a minute. That's for the probe. This is a probe mount. This is a feature that I like better from the last model that they had. This is a little bit better. Then there's also a clip-on if you have like a thinner profile tank, like a rimless or something, you can use this one. What I really did like to see is that they included ORP powders here so you can calibrate the ORP probe. So that was really cool because I had to buy that separately last time with the other one. And then they also give you the pH ones as well for the different ranges. So if you're testing freshwater, you would use the lower ranges, and if you're testing saltwater, you would use the higher ranges. So I mean, that was really cool to have all those in there. And there's also, if you don't want to use the regular wall mount, don't stick this in your tank, but this is for the controller. It's a little magnetic mount for the controller. So that's that. And then inside this box here is the probe. And I do like this newer style probe. The other probe was very boxy, just like the controller. This is sort of an upgraded probe here. A little more sleek, but then you look at it and you know, if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, how does this do anything? The trick is, and this comes with a cord attached, you got to unscrew this cap here. And it does come with a storage solution in it. That's what I like to see because you do not want to keep probes dry. So see that? It actually does have some liquid in it. And then there's all your probes. So I thought that was really cool, and that's a really neat design. Also, what I like about this design is if you run out of these little powder packets and you want to calibrate using the regular pH packets that you have that are already pre-mixed, this probe will fit in those little pouches too, so that's really cool. I like that better than the old style probe because that one was a little more difficult to calibrate. So here's all the things that come with this, and I will take a look at how it performs while it's in service. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is install the probe. And this is a rimless tank. This is my frag tank. I already have some probes here so I can compare the results to my other controller that I have, but this is rimless, so I'm going to use this mounting option here. This is the one for the rimless tank. It's a little thinner one. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. And then remember that cap we took off? Well, now we're going to put on this cap here, which will help protect the probes. So we took the shipping cap off that had the liquid in it, and now we're going to put this one on. Just like that. I'm going to put it, hold this, and just slide it in, and the instructions say to go about halfway is where you want to go. So you do not want to fully submerge this. You want to stick it up about halfway like that. All right, so the same thing with the controller. There's a little USB-C cord here with the power brick. I'll go ahead and plug this in, and I'll show you how to get started. All right, and here's a view of the controller after I've plugged it in. When you first plug it in, you're not going to have that little Wi-Fi icon. But as you can see, I'm reading ORP, pH, temperature, and salinity. Those are the 4 out of the 7 if you have a saltwater tank that you'll be using. The rest are for freshwater. So there's salinity there. It doesn't even go high enough for saltwater. TDS, it's not going to help us unless that's part of our RODI or freshwater. And then the electrical conductivity, same thing. That'd probably be good for RO water. So we're really just going to be reading 4 out of the 7 parameters on here, but I still think they're very helpful. So RRP is going to change a little bit because we just plugged it in. But you can see my pH there. And the temperature I haven't calibrated yet. But you can adjust it by hitting this middle button here, and it'll bring up a menu. And then you just select which one you want. And you can even change the units if you want. But for here, I'll select that, and now I can change it. As you can see, it's going to increase the temperature if I had another thermometer to go off of. And I could just change it to whatever that says. So that's what I like about this unit, is that you can just on the fly change the calibration on it. And there's back to the main screen there. All right, so now we have this set up. You can follow the instructions to hook up your Wi-Fi, and then there's an app you have to download, and we'll take a look at that. That's what I like about this particular model, is that it'll now hook up to your phone, and it actually gives you alerts too. So it's not just a monitor, sitting at home anymore. Now you can get alerts, while you're away from home. So that's a feature that I really like, and I'll show you that next. All right, so the app you're going to need is the Tuya app, and you'll get this little icon here that says water monitor, and you'll be able to see all the things that are on the controller on your phone, which is really nice. So here's the logging feature. This does need some work. Some of these don't work right, as you can see here. I did have this hooked up previously, so it has other logs in it, but I found that some of these logs don't work very well, such as the specific gravity. And also keep in mind that some of them don't even apply to this product. There's like a battery one and another feature on here that have nothing to do with this product. So just keep that in mind. But as you can see here, the specific gravity one is not working too well. The ORP ones seem to be working okay. But these two right here, these 3 actually were the ones I was talking about. They don't apply to the product. So just keep that in mind. But all in all, I do find this somewhat helpful. And it is a nice graph that you can track your parameters. Okay, now let's set up those alerts. At first, honestly, I was kind of confused on how to set this up, but if you get lost, just hit the little help button there, and it'll take you right to their website. And go ahead and enter on the 7-in-1 model, and it'll actually show you how to set up those app notifications, because the app is also for other things, and there's a subscription on there, and you might think it's for this product, but it's not. The notifications are free for this. You just got to know how to set it up, and this will guide you through it. And this is how you set up those notifications. Go to Create Scene. Go to When Device Status Changes. Select your water monitor. And then select which parameter you want to get an alert on. For this one, I'm going to do temperature. And I'm going to set it higher than what it's reading right now. That looks about good there, 79.6. So that way I'll know I'll get a notification. Go ahead and select Message Center. That'll be a push notification. Go ahead and name your alarm. And as you can see, I have other alarms here that I set previously. And you can set as many alarms as you want. But just keep in mind, you're only going to get one alert. It's not going to keep bugging you. You're going to get one, and that's it. So my final thoughts on this product is it's pretty useful. They just got a few things they got to tweak in the app and maybe a few of the features on here. But now that it's Wi-Fi, they can do that remotely and hopefully give you a firmware update and make those corrections. I found that their customer service is very responsive and they're very happy to work with you. So if there's things you'd like to see different, maybe you can contact them and they'll take it into consideration. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching and happy reefing.